What's up, YouTubers? This is Jomer. I'm going to be replacing oil cooler seals on a 2000 ML430. It's a common issue that comes up with these SUVs, even with the 320s. Particularly this area right here. I will show. Right here shows where the oil cooler is. And this is radiator piping there. As you can see, looks like I got a pretty big leak there. It's like dripping all the way down to the engine bay itself. It's kind of messy. So I looked up on the forums and a couple of YouTube channels that had similar issues with this type of Mercedes, and they said the culprit was mainly this oil cooler bracket here. Usually the seals go bad, they get hard, and they just don't seal as the way they're supposed to, and what do you call that? The oil starts seeping out from the two seals. So I have the two seals here. Had to go to a Mercedes dealership in town. Okay, I don't know if you could see that. Here's the part number. There for everybody could see. And there's basically two seals. There's one that looks kind of like a racetrack, and a smaller one that has, a smaller O-ring type. So I already started loosening up the secondary air valve line over here to help with the exhaust and ignition. So I'm going to take this bolt out, take the two negatives, put the screw down somewhere where you're able to see it again. And this usually comes off pretty good. There's a pipe that you could remove pretty easy, and you just kind of lift this all the way up. Not trying to tear any hoses or anything, but usually it'll go up here. As you can see, there's nothing binding. Everything's pretty good. It's only holding those lines right there, so it won't get out of the way. So now you have access to the 4 screws. There's one right there in the back, one on top, another one on top, and another one's like kind of way on the bottom. So after you remove that, you remove the 4 screws, and I'll come back with part 2 on removing oil coolant seals on a 2000 430 MLK.